Welcome to this video on the topic of statistics. In this video, we'll be learning how to use our graphics calculators to generate box and whisker plots. To do this, we'll be using this sample data over here to explore the menus that we have to navigate through on our calculators. Now to begin, we start off at the top of our calculator menus. From there we press 2 to go into stats mode. After which, we're presented with any number of results. In my case, my list 1, 2 and 3 are all populated. Now in this instance here, my list 3 contains the data that we have over here. This is residual from the previous video, so I'm just going to keep it as is. Now the next thing we need to do to be able to generate a box and whisker plot is we need to go through a few of the sub-menus. The one we're interested in is graph. If your calculator doesn't look like this, I recommend pressing exit a few times and then press F6 to navigate across until you get to this menu. Pressing F1 to go into graph mode, I'm presented with the options of graph 1, 2 and 3. Now if I click on graph 1, it will give me any number of results. So what that means is I need to set up what it is I'm actually graphing. In this case I'm doing a box and whisker plot for list 3. To set it up I'll press F6 to go into set, and then I'll go into graph 1. From graph 1 I'm going to change it from pie across to medbox. Again, you may have to press F6 a number of times to find the exact chart you're trying to draw. From there, I need to set the list. Now in my instance, I'm working with list 3. So what that means is I need to ensure that this is set to list 3. This one's already set, but I'll just reset it again. Done. From there, we're going to leave frequency and outliers to 1 and off respectively. Furthermore, the box, whisker, outlier color and box inside is all cosmetic. You can change these to whatever colors you like. I recommend leaving it something sensible, as in something you can read. Now that we're done in here, we press exit and we're going to go to graph 1. Lo and behold, we're able to see the graph that we've just done. Now what you notice is that it's not very detailed, so what you can sort of expect these graphs to be useful for is gauging what these graphs should look like in practice. So if you're asked to draw a box and whisker plot, you can do it on your calculator first to get an idea of what it will look like, and then you can actually draw it as shown here. If you want to get the statistics from here, you just press 1 bar. Going back. Now the next thing we're going to look at is how we can get multiple box and whisker plots on the same calculator screen. To do this I'm going to press exit to go back to the top menu. Now the data I'm going to use to get a second box and whisker plot is going to be my data seen in list 2 here. To set this up I'm going to set, and then I'm going to change it from stat graph 1 to stat graph 2. To do this I press F2. After which I'm going to set it to medbox. Then I need to set my list to list 2. Once again, I'll leave frequency and outliers as 1 and off. My box, whisker, outlier color and box inside, I'm going to leave these as black, black, red, but I'll change this one to... Rather than pressing graph 1 or graph 2, we're then going to go into select, so F4. From there, we're doing stat graph 1, we want that on, and we want stat graph 2 also on. After which we press F6, and lo and behold, we get 2 graphs on the same calculator screen. So once again, what this allows us to do is it allows us to get a little bit of foresight of what these graphs might look like if we draw them by hand. Furthermore, they allow us a visual way of comparing and contrasting the various features of multiple data sets. So in summary, what we set out to do in this video was we wanted to learn how to graph box and whisker plots on our calculators.